Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. Until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life.
You know, Mahoney, I'd like to spend the next month breaking you into little pieces. Because you're bad. You're bad for morale, Mahoney. Oh, you look like the sweet little boy from next door. But you don't fool me, oh no. No, you're the devil. And you're rotten to the core. And you're ruining my chances.
I agree, sir. I've been saying that all along.
You make me sick.
Thank you, sir. I make everybody sick.
Watching the clock. Instead, do what the clock is doing. Just keep going. When it hurts, just keep going. When you fail, just keep going. And when you fall, just keep going. When you want to give up, just keep going. When your luck is done, just keep going. Don't stop, just keep going, no matter what. Keep moving. If you lose, it's okay, as long as you keep going and as long as you keep moving. But if you lose and you stop, then you have failed. You're relentless, you will push farther than before, climb higher and climb to heights you've not seen. Because progress is progress. It doesn't matter if you move forward 10% or 0.01%, as long as you've moved forward. As long as you do this day in and day out. Because above everything else, consistency is key. If you consistently take small steps, one day you're gonna look back and see just how far you've come.
Finish him!
Mahoney! Already told you once. Nobody screws with me.
This is war! We didn't start it, but we are going to finish it!
Sir, I hope this isn't going to be too personal. I heard what you said about my little butt, and I don't know how to break this to you, sir, but I'm straight.
You know, you're very funny. You know that, Mahoney? You know, every year we get a new rookie who thinks he's a real comedian. Well, Mr. Comedian, See if you think this is funny. It's your new assignment.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Fooled you, didn't I? Fooled you! You thought that was the end of the video. Well, it isn't. We're actually gonna have a replay with commentary at the end of this video, and it's not going to be me. I really apologize about the third-person replay, but you know, my buddy Freddy, he does not have a capture card, so unfortunately we're stuck with the replay system. But for the game that he had, it deserves a video with commentary, so may as well do it, and I decided to post this regardless. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, regarding my previous video, not much needs to be said. I'm sure a lot of you went through hard times in this game, especially new players, grinding through things and trying to learn this game and that sort of stuff. All I can tell you is that I've been there. I've been there myself. I started as a yellow player, worked my way up into a green player. I'm talking about WN8, obviously, which is the measure that you should be trying to check every once in a while and measure yourself against. Especially if you're trying to get better at this game. If you're not, then whatever, screw it. Forget I said so. I mean, you may be just here to play, to have fun, or whatever. But for those of you that want to get better and have trouble doing so, don't give up. Seriously. I mean, all you gotta do is keep watching videos of good players playing. Not necessarily just me, but there's a lot of good YouTubers out there where you can actually pick up some things from them. Read up on it as much as you can. Try to learn your tanks. And if you are having trouble with any particular tank, just don't play it. Pick the tanks that are good for you, that you do well in, that you know how to play. I would suggest some OP tanks, and there's many in this game, to be honest. Valor being one of them, which we're gonna watch right here. Freddy pretty much dominating the entire match over here. But yeah, pick a tank that works for you and try to get good at it. Try to get to the point where, you know, your stats become Unicom. And you can actually check that through websites such as WOTCstars.com. You can go in there and you can actually see how you're doing in any particular tank. But the main thing here is don't quit, man. Just keep going, and eventually you will get better. Trust me. That's where I was. I started yellow, then I was green, then I was blue. Now I'm purple. You know, it all comes with experience and understanding the gameplay, understanding terrain, the maps, understanding your tanks. But I think the key thing here is try not to give up. Keep going. Don't pay attention to messages, to what other people are saying. People that are trying to discourage you, send you shitty messages saying that you should play Minecraft instead of this game or whatever. Just ignore them, because that will only put you down. And, you know, the same thing goes for life. I'm sure many of you had a lot of hardships in life. So did I over the years. And there's always ups and downs. The main thing here is do not surrender. Keep going. Keep fighting. If today is bad, go to sleep. And when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself that today is going to be better. That's key. That's key. If you stop doing that, that means you've gone too far. And there's something wrong and you need to do something about it. Trust me, I've been there, done that, even in personal life. So that's what this video is all about. But also I'd like to focus a little bit on the gameplay. As you notice here, Freddy's playing Valor, Tier 10, British, Premium, Heavy Tank. And he is on map Himmelsdorf, which is quite good for this tank. Especially the position he was fighting out of. He could pretty much be hold down. And this tank hold down is absolutely amazing. Like, this turret is fantastic. Cupolas are very, very small, hard to penetrate. So he was dominating the battle early. Now, this position where he's in now, to be honest, I didn't know it existed. I didn't know you could actually poke through it and get your gun all the way down here to hit this E100. So I've learned something from Freddy right here. I actually messaged him after he sent me this replay. I was like, dude, I didn't know you could actually play out of this position. But in this tank, he plays it aggressive. And the only thing he's exposing is his turret. That's all. Now, that shit barn over there was scary. So if that hit him, he wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Because obviously, shit barn shooting Hesh or HE. Yeah, you don't have to pen with that. You just have to hit something and you'll draw damage. So, luckily he juked that shot, And he's probably scared about that shit barn, because I would be, to be honest, as well. And there, he shows up, so he puts a shell into him right there. And yeah, look at him rocking back and forth. That's a very good strategy in case someone is aiming at you. So it is not easy to hit you, especially if someone's trying to aim at those cupolas that are very small. Rocking back and forth is very important in this tank, or any tank with good armor, to be honest. Positioning, side scraping, playing a little bit on the angle, obviously, and if you have strong turret armor, using that turret armor to the best of your abilities. Now, this game's slightly going south. Like, Freddy's doing a lot of damage in this game, and it's still going south. As you noticed here, they're losing 2v5 at the moment. Only him and Polish tier 10 6 TTP left, and the two of them will be defending this position. So the key thing for Freddy here is try to get rid of this E100, even if he has to take the hit. But looks like E100 has a small gun, so he shouldn't do too much damage to him. But now they're getting flanked. Looks like the light tank is approaching from the north side on the 0 line, so Freddy is paying attention to him. At the same time, he wants to take that E100 out. Unfortunately, E100 has a friend, so Freddy's playing it great because he's using his situational awareness. He's looking at the map all the time, making sure that he's not going to be flanked. At the same time, he wants to engage the tanks on the bottom of the hill. But now he realizes that he's going to get flanked by not just the light tank, but also this AVRE. So he's going to try to push these guys here, use the wreck of that Type 5 for his protection against AVRE, and hopefully he'll be able to engage that light tank and take him out of the game. At this point in time, it's all about patience here, guys. All about patience. His 6 TTP played a key role here because he's taking care of the tanks on the bottom of the hill. So all Freddy has to worry about is those two guys over here. Now, he's trying to go to the castle here. So he's taking his chance to cross right here. And AVRE doesn't have good enough gun depression, so he wouldn't be able to shut him down. And if he tried to crest, Freddy would be able to put a shell into him. Here, Freddy puts an HE shell into the AVRE. I think he had it loaded for the light tank, but AVRE poked his head, so Freddy shot at him. And he's still paying attention to the AVRE, but also being mindful that light tank might come from this side of the map. That's why you see him kind of position his hull towards the light tank. And now he's going to push the light tank, and he's got no chance, so Freddy takes him out of the game. That was key because that prevented him from getting flanked. And now he has advantageous position as well because he could play it hold down here against AVRE. And if I was AVRE, I would have probably climbed up at the moment, but I don't think he did. No, he did not. So what Freddy's gonna do is he's gonna try to approach the entrance to the hill right over here, but still play hold down. Again, do not overexpose, do not show your hull. And he saw AVRE's cupola right here. He was able to put a shell into his cupola, taking him out of the game. At the same time, 6 TTP did a fantastic job by surviving. I'm not saying putting shells into these guys, but he survived. And because of that, he gave Freddy enough time to clean up on top of the hill. And now Freddy can concentrate on these guys that are climbing up, that just killed the 6 TTP. Unfortunately, he fluffs this shot. I don't know what it hits. That shit barn is still very scary, so key thing here is for Freddy to take him out of the game. But I don't know what's happening here. I think that shit barn is behind a dead wreck, so Freddy doesn't really have a shot at him, or has very, very narrow shot. He's looking for a shot right here. Also could be that shit barn is sitting behind the opposition's Valor, but Freddy finds a shot and threads it through, makes very clutch kill over there, killing the shit barn. And now it's just him versus the Valor, and he has enough hit points to take a hit over here if needed and pretty much roll and demolish that Valor, because even if he takes second shot over here, he should be able to secure the win for the team, and he does. Fantastic finish by Freddy. Now let's take a look at the end plates and see how he did. So he ended up with 6 kills, 9.2k damage. It's over 9,000. Yes, boys and girls, fantastic result in this tank. Unfortunately, I do not have results screen. Freddy never sent it to me, but nevertheless, come on, that was a great game. Nice brawl fest on top of Himmelsdorf. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you don't give up on this game, you don't give up in life. Keep fighting, Keep getting up every morning. Come up with a new challenge. And you'll get through it with me, you'll get through it with us, you'll get through it with everyone that's struggling through their own problems, issues, whatever it may be. Chin up, be strong, no surrender. Until next time, Space Bandit, checking out.